Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here, back again with yet another Modday, and today's mod that we are showcasing is yet another mod pack, and this one is created by Zyrmox. He is the creator of the Unturned Light pack that was showcased as the first Modday, I'm pretty sure. No, actually it was the second one, I'm not sure. But anyway, it was that awesome light mod that allowed you to place sources of lights all over your map, so like you could put like stuff on the street lights or the traffic lights, and I'll show a screen on the video of what that looks like when you make everything fancy. But anyway, it's an awesome mod pack. I will link that video in the description down below. But he has made another one, and this is a mod pack all about construction assets, and this will add all sorts of different things like an excavator, hammers, jackhammers, concrete barriers and cones and all that stuff to make construction sites look like construction sites. So I went onto the dev test map, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this park in the middle of the dev test map look like a construction zone, as if they're building something here. So to start off, we're just going to get rid of all this park stuff because it's no longer going to be a park anymore, and we can begin placing down some of the stuff that came in this asset pack. So all of it is in the small category, and the first thing that we're going to look at is this barrier, and this is like one of those things that they put on the road as if the road's closed or whatever. It's there's a special name for it. It's something involving a horse or whatever, like a traffic horse or something. I think that's what they're called. But anyway, that is what it looks like. I'm gonna put these around all the intersections to make it seem like this is a closed off road. Alright, so I just finished placing down the barriers on here, and they're looking pretty good. I really like how they are detailed, and they have these little things on here that can blink. And they have these little spotlight things on here that are supposed to blink to kind of get the attention of the cars. And luckily, since Zyrmox also has the light asset pack, we can add lights on these if we'd like. I don't know if I got rid of them, unfortunately. But if you'd like, you could put lights on here and make it even more realistic. My main complaint is kind of minor, but they're kind of a little bit disproportionate because they're kind of large. So let me see if I can find something to compare it to, like an ATM, which should be hopefully the same size as a person. And as you can see, they're awfully large. But other than that, they're pretty dang good looking. Pretty detailed as well, so I like that a lot. Let's move on to the next one, which is the concrete barrier. And this is like what you would find in the middle of the highways and stuff to separate the two different lanes of traffic. I'm trying to think of locations where I can put it, though. I'll just put it like around the corner or something, like around this. Alright, so that's what they look like. They're just little concrete barrier median things. Looking pretty good. There isn't much that really could be said about them, but yep, those are the concrete barriers. Moving on to the next one, we have the excavator, and this is pretty interesting. It is like one of those big like construction vehicles that have like dump things and scrape things, and it's one of these things, and they're fancy and they're construction like, and Zyrmox did a great job of making it detailed, but not so much that it's no longer unturned looking. This is what the excavator looks like. It's got this awesome little dump arm on the back and then a bulldozer thing on the front, and then you could obviously sit in here and drive it if you'd like. I mean, this isn't a working thing, but it's just for the scenery, and I'm going to find a nice little place for it. I think I'm just going to put it in here and rotate it around like that. So looking pretty good. Moving on to the next one, we have the hammer. And this is just like a little little hammer. I mean, like here, look at that. It's a little hammer. It's super tiny. My kind of complaint about this thing is that it is almost too small that I might actually mistake it as a pick-upable object, which might be an issue. But if you put it into the environment alongside like a table with a bunch of detailed objects, it might fit there a little bit better. But when I just set it out in the open like this, it'll look a bit funny. So I'm just going to put it like under there or something. But anyway, that's the hammer. Just a piece of the scenery. It's not like a pick-upable or usable object, but that is the hammer. And moving on to the next one, we have the jackhammer, which is pretty interesting. This is like one of those full-on jackhammers that you use to rip apart roads. As you can see here, check it out. So I think I'm going to balance it. No, I'll keep it on its side, but for now I'll just put it vertically so you can see what it looks like. But yep, that is what the jackhammer looks like. And to put it into the environment, I'm just going to put it on its side or lean it up against this excavator thing. There we go, looking pretty good. So that is what the jackhammer looks like, pretty solid. This is kind of an interesting little jackhammer because it has like a super flat bottom to it, which is kind of weird. The jackhammers that I've seen have like an actual like spear-like thing at the end, but I don't know, maybe there are flat-ended jackhammers like this and I've never seen it before. But anyway, that is what the jackhammer looks like in this. Moving on to the next one, we have a pallet, which I think is already in Unturned 3.0, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, alright, so there is a pallet already in the game, so maybe we can compare the two. So this is the pallet that is in Unturned 3.0 currently. As you can see, it looks like a pallet. There isn't much to be said. And the pallet from the mod pack looks like this. Now that I look at it, I think the pallet in the mod pack is a lot better, because this is how they look in real life. They have 3 of these things, because the forks like go in between there, so it kind of makes sense. So I'm actually liking the mod pack's version of this this palette more than the Unturned 2.0 version. I think if they could flip-flop the color schemes, then it would be perfect, because the one in the mod pack is kind of like a reddish flat kind of color, and this one's more of a natural wood. But nonetheless, I definitely think that the palette in the mod pack did a better job of that. So I guess we can say that the mod pack contains a new and improved palette, I guess. So moving on to the next one, we have pipe black and pipe orange. These are like the pipes that we put in the ground to look like the sewer stuff. I think the things that come to my mind would be to either stack them in like a triangle pyramid formation, like I will show you right here. Anyway, so stack them like that, like what you see in the construction sites while they're being stored. Or if you'd like, you could take one of them, which I'll show you what the orange one looks like. So like that. It looks red, I don't know why, but it's definitely red. It's not orange, but anyway. So you can take this one and you can put it into the wall and make it look like it is one of those, like it's one of the sewage output things. You know, I don't know why they exist in our worlds, but they do. They just have parts of these tubes coming out of the walls, and they pour into like a creek. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, like that, and they come out of the wall, and then maybe you could put like a pond or something right here to make it look like this is like you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so yeah, you can use them as that, or you can store them like that, or you can do anything. I mean, I guess if you want to get fancy, you can make it look like it's a spire of a building or something. But nonetheless, it is a pipe, and it is in the game, and it is in the mod pack. Moving on, we have the spade and the toolbox. This spade is really a shovel. It's just some sort of fancy way of saying shovel, or maybe they say that in the UK and I might have offended you guys, I'm sorry. But it is a shovel or a spade, however you want to call it. That is what it looks like. I'm going to leave it right here so that it looks like some sort of fancy levitating god shovel. I don't know. But anyway, that is what the spade or shovel looks like. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think it might look better if I just make it like stuck in the ground, crooked. There we go. So I made it stuck in the ground like that. Like, look at that. That is fancy. Anyway, moving on, we have the toolbox, like what I had said earlier. And this is, well, a toolbox. It looks like that. And it is used to store tools, and it looks like a toolbox. There isn't much to be said about it. I really like the design of it. It's simplistic, and it looks like a toolbox, and that's all that's needed. But that is what it looks like. I think I'm going to put it back over by the excavator to make it look more like it's belonged in this environment. Maybe I could set it on top or something. There we go. Toolbox. That is what it looks like, looking pretty good. And I think the last one that we have is the warning light down here. And this is like what you see in front of like a railroad station or whatever, the railroad crossings. And it's also like on the side of construction zones, and basically it blinks and stuff, and it tells you that there's something dangerous up ahead and stuff. So that is what it looks like. They're basically on the side of the road most of the time. And I think in this instance I'm going to put it over here by the intersection, or over on the corner of the road here, to let the cars know that there is a construction zone up ahead. But anyway, that is what the warning light looks like. And obviously with Zyrmox's light pack, you could also put a red blinking light right there to make it look even more realistic. But anyway, with that warning light, those are all of the assets that are in this asset pack. We have lots of cool stuff, and it is a big asset pack. I think Zyrmox did a great job of making this asset pack. He made a new and improved pallet alongside with pipes, a shovel, toolbox, hammer, a cool excavator, jackhammer, roadblocks, concrete barriers, and a warning light. I think I might have missed something in there, but anyway, that is all of the stuff that is in Zyrmox's mod pack. The link to download this pack will be in the description down below. Also make sure to check out Zyrmox's other different packs that he's made. I think he's made 3 so far. This construction pack, a light pack, and then the older version of the light pack, I think. And I think there's another one in there, but definitely you guys should check out some of the mods that he's done. He's doing a super great job, and make sure to tell him that. But anyway, that is today's Modday. If you guys come across any sort of mods in the Unturned community, don't forget to comment it down below, and I will be sure to add it in a Modday of some sorts at some point in time. But anyway, that is all I have for now. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because MeLikeBigBoom is out.